The NBA's best teams right now don't necessarily have the best futures. So today, I'm ranking all 30 NBA teams from worst to best based on young core, franchise superstar, draft assets, championship ceiling, roster depth, contracts, front office, and long-term sustainability. This is not a power ranking. It's about which franchises I trust most going forward. Number 30, the Golden State Warriors. Golden State still has Stephen Curry, but he's 38. The Warriors went 37-45 last season, and there still isn't an obvious young superstar ready to take over once Curry is gone. Great organization, legendary era, but their next era is a mystery. Number 29, the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento has a fresh start with Darius Acuff Jr., but right now, most of their future is still projection. Until they find a clear franchise-level centerpiece, there simply isn't enough high-end young talent here. Number 28, the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix still has Devin Booker, which gives them a star to build around. But years of win-now moves have hurt their draft flexibility and left very little room for mistakes. They have talent. They just don't have many ways to improve it. Number 27, the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia could be terrifying right now with LeBron, Embiid, Jaylen Brown, and Tyrese Maxey. But LeBron is 41. Embiid's long-term health is still a concern, and much of their championship ceiling is tied to an aging core. Maxey and Brown give them something beyond this window. But this is clearly a win-now team. Number 26, the Miami Heat. Miami went all in by getting Giannis. Giannis and Bam can absolutely compete for championships, but the Heat gave up a huge amount of young talent and future assets to create that window. Their present is elite. Their long-term safety net isn't. Number 25, the Denver Nuggets. Denver has Nikola Jokic, so obviously their present is much better than number 25. But Jokic is 31, the supporting core is aging, and Denver doesn't have the young talent or assets of the teams ahead. As long as Jokic is elite, Denver matters. After that, things become much less certain. Number 24, the New Orleans Pelicans. New Orleans still has real talent with Zion, Trey Murphy, and Derek Queen. But we've been talking about Pelicans' potential for years. Health, roster fit, and consistency keep stopping that talent from becoming something stable. At some point, potential has to become results. Number 23, the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte finally committed to a new direction. Conupel is a good young piece, and the Hornets added future assets after moving LaMelo. But they're still missing the hardest thing to find: a true franchise superstar. Number 22, the Toronto Raptors. Scotty Barnes gives Toronto a legitimate building block, but their direction is less clear. If the Kawhi move happens, Toronto becomes better immediately, but they're also sacrificing youth and assets for an older superstar. Their short-term ceiling rises. Their long-term future becomes harder to trust. Number 21, the Chicago Bulls. Chicago finally has a young core worth watching. Caleb Wilson, Mattis Buzelis, and Josh Giddey give them multiple chances to develop something real. The problem is that none of them has proven he can become a championship-level number 1 option. Promising future, still missing the centerpiece. Number 20, the New York Knicks. Yes, the defending champions are only 20th, but this isn't about who's best today. Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns have already proven this core can win, but New York doesn't have the same youth or draft flexibility as the teams ahead. Their championship window is great. Their long-term runway is shorter. Number 19, the Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton being only 26 gives Indiana a strong foundation. They've already shown this core can compete deep into the playoffs. But Indiana has started spending assets to win now, and I'm not sure there's another massive jump waiting here. Very good future, just not an elite one. Number 18, the Milwaukee Bucks. Losing Giannis completely changed Milwaukee, but at least they received a real rebuilding package. Tyler Herro, Kel'el Ware, Jamie Jaquez Jr., other young pieces, and future picks give Milwaukee multiple ways to restart. There's no replacing Giannis, but they aren't starting from nothing. Number 17, the LA Clippers. The Clippers finally have something they lacked for years: youth and flexibility. Keaton Wagler gives them a high-end prospect, and the Kawhi deal could bring even more young talent and draft capital. They're still between two eras, but at least there's finally a path forward. Number 16, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland's future isn't flashy, it's just solid. Donovan Mitchell gives them star power, Evan Mobley gives them a younger cornerstone, and the roster has already proven it can win. The issue is flexibility. They're expensive, and making another major leap won't be easy. Number 15, the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers are this high because of Luka Doncic. He's only 27, and that means Los Angeles already has the hardest thing in basketball to find: a superstar capable of leading a championship team. Their young core and draft assets aren't amazing, but when Luka is your starting point, everything becomes easier. Number 14, the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn isn't good yet, but they have options. Mikel Brown Jr., Igor Demon, and the rest of the young core give them upside, while their future picks give them multiple chances to find a star. Brooklyn doesn't have the answer yet, but they have plenty of chances to find one. Number 13, the Portland Trail Blazers. Portland has quietly collected a lot of talent. Ja Morant, Denny Avdija, Tamani Kamara, and Donovan Clingan give them a really interesting foundation. The biggest question is fit, but having too many good players is a much better problem than not having enough. Number 12, the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta's young core is better than people realize. Jalen Johnson gives them a versatile offensive centerpiece. Dyson Daniels is already an elite defender, and Onyeka Okongwu still fits the timeline. But one question decides everything. Can Jalen Johnson become the best player on a championship team? If he can, number 12 will look way too low. Number 11, the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis may have completely reset its future with Cameron Boozer. Boozer has legitimate franchise player upside, while Zach Edey, Cedric Coward, and Jalen Wells give them more young talent. The upside is huge, but right now, most of it is still projection. Before we get into the top 10, if you're enjoying the ranking, hit the like button and subscribe, because these final 10 teams have the strongest futures in the NBA. Number 10, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards gives Minnesota something almost every franchise wants: a young superstar. Now he's paired with LaMelo Ball, while Jaden McDaniels still fits the timeline. Their biggest weakness is flexibility. The roster is expensive, and their draft assets aren't elite. But Edwards alone gives Minnesota a championship-level future. Number 9, the Boston Celtics. Boston's core isn't as young anymore, but Jason Tatum is still only 28. They already have their franchise superstar, and Boston has repeatedly shown it can retool without completely collapsing. Other teams have more exciting prospects, but very few organizations are safer bets than the Celtics. Number 8, the Washington Wizards. Washington finally has a potential franchise superstar in AJ Dybantsa. Add Alex Sarr, Bub Carrington, and the rest of their young core, and this rebuild suddenly has a clear direction. It's still mostly projection, but if Dybantsa becomes what many expect, Washington could rise extremely fast. Number 7, the Orlando Magic. Orlando's future isn't hypothetical anymore. Paolo Banchero is already a star, Franz Wagner is a high-level second option, and Jalen Suggs gives them elite defense. They're young, they're competitive, and they're already trying to win. That puts Orlando 7th. Number 6, the Utah Jazz. Utah already had young talent, draft picks, and flexibility. Now they might finally have the centerpiece. Darren Peterson gives them legitimate superstar upside, with plenty of resources available to build around him. The only reason they aren't higher is simple: we haven't seen Peterson in the NBA yet. Number 5, the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas has Cooper Flagg, and he's already shown why the hype was so massive. He can score, defend, create, and impact games without dominating the ball. Add Zachary Rizicher and Derek Lively, and Dallas already has the foundation of its next era. Number 4, the Detroit Pistons. Detroit isn't waiting for its future anymore. The Pistons just won 60 games, and Cade Cunningham is still young. He's already the engine of an elite team, with Ozar Thompson and more young talent around him. Most rebuilding teams hope to eventually become what Detroit already is. Number 3, the Houston Rockets. Houston might have the deepest young core in basketball. Amen Thompson, Alperen Sengun, Reed Shepherd, Jabari Smith Jr., and Tari Eason. And most importantly, they're already winning. Houston combines youth, depth, star upside, and flexibility better than almost anyone. That's why they're number 3. Number 2, the Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC almost has everything. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is already a championship-level superstar, while Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren are still young. They've also built an elite team without completely sacrificing their future assets. The only real concern is eventually paying everyone. Outside of that, Oklahoma City could easily be number 1. Number 1, the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio has Victor Wembanyama at 22, Stephon Castle at 21, and Dylan Harper at 20. And they're already elite. Wembanyama gives them the highest possible ceiling of any franchise in basketball, while Castle and Harper give him two elite young guards to grow with. OKC might have the more complete situation today, but if we're ranking future upside, I can't bet against Wembanyama. San Antonio could define the next era of the NBA, and that's why the Spurs are number one. So which team did I rank too high, and which team did I disrespect? And would you rather have Oklahoma City's future or San Antonio's? Let me know in the comments.